Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and that is an AMX 13F3 AM, the French Tier 6 SPG, and we're on the North Spawn of Fisherman's Bay. Now, this one is being commanded by somebody I called Extreme in one of my previous videos, but his actual name is ExemeXe. So probably a guess as to where he's from, but anyway, he's got one mark of excellence on his barrel. And we're going to see how he performs on this battlefield. Okay, and they're off. And he's heading into the conventional area for Arty, which is over on the far west side of the battlefield. A lot of the Arty go into the dip. I don't think it's very wise to do that, to be honest. I think you're much better off hiding behind some of these bushes, which is exactly what ExemeXe is doing. Because if you go into the dip, you are sort of like cornered. I don't think I really want to be cornered on this battlefield. It's a nice open battlefield. And of course there's plenty of places to relocate to. Now it's a T-34-100 behind that house. But ExemeXe's not firing at him yet, because he hasn't really got a clear target to fire at. There are a few enemy in the rear though, and I think he's decided he's going to have a look at them. One of them's been taken out. That was Type 64. That T-71 did a pretty good scouting job, and there's a Type 71 coming up the west side, but he's being dealt with by 1375. I think what he's going to go for now is this Thunderbolt. Shoots at him. And he gets a lovely hit there, 225 hit points. Okay, now they've dealt with that Type 71. And what have we got here? It's a 1375 on the enemy team, and he's got down in the dip, but he tracked himself. I don't think ExemeXe is actually paying attention to that. That 1375 has managed to repair his tracks, but he's now hiding behind that rock. Oh, that's a good hit on the T-28 prototype. 257 hit points. And we can see the Lorraine firing just a little way off. Okay, it's relocating. There's nothing in the book that says that you have to go for cover. You can fire from open places. But I think the reason why ExemeXe has actually moved is because there are two enemies quite far up. One enemy now. And 1375 was just wiped out by the Lorraine. And he's got a nice hit on that T-28, and that's been taken out. And of course he's picked up the stun assistance. So actually this battle is going quite good. Well, there was forces on the west-hand side. Now it's actually the opposite way round. There's some forces in the centre and in the city, but he's electing to go for that Thunderbolt, and the Thunderbolt's just been taken out by the Lorraine. That Lorraine's doing very well. Lorraine's got 2 kills already, so 1/3 of the kills so far this game by the Lorraine. And that's a good hit too. 299 hit points on T-34-85 and some stun assist. And the T-34-100 is no more. T-71 got him. There's the Achilles. And he's actually moved up quite a long way. And this could be awkward. He's not fully dialed in. It's inside on. No, it's going to disappear below the dip. Now, you might see it just for a little while, but it's going to disappear very shortly. He rounds out. Well, he gets a chunk of it. 174 hit points. That's a decent amount. But he's going to have to relocate because he's just got too far north. He needs to get over to the other side as quickly as he can. That Lorraine hasn't moved the entire battle. He's still sitting in the same bush. I think he's going to have to move further. That Achilles is getting closer and closer. Yep, he's recognised that. He's moving. I'm surprised that the Lorraine's not moving either. He really ought to. Never be afraid to relocate if you don't feel comfortable in one particular side, because it may be your sixth sense going off, your own personal sixth sense, not the one in the game, telling you you need to get out of there. And usually you're right. You can see that IKV's backing away. He's uncertain as to where that Achilles has gone. There's the Achilles! He has been seen. He's just the other side. So it was a good decision for ExemeXe to move. And he's got a splash of 238 and picked up some stun assists as the Achilles was taken out. And it's that Lorraine again that took him out. But the problem is that Lorraine's going to have to move. Otherwise he'll get taken out by the enemy Arty. That Achilles must have seen the Lorraine when he fired. And that would have gone straight back to the enemy Arty. Okay. Firing an IS-3 in the town. And he gets a nice chunk. He stuns them. And picks up some stun assist. Okay, SU-100 on the midpoint. Hiding behind the houses. Got a bit of reticule bloom there as he turned. Centering his arc. Okay, it's going back to the IS-3 again. It's at the edge of his arc. He's dialing in the aim, but there's nobody there to spot for him. The Hellcat's a little further around, so he's not really going to see the movement of that IS-3. In fact, they're not really likely to see that SU-100 either. They can see the Hellcat, and that's what ExemeXe is going for now. It's gone down into the dip. The IKV's already in the dip. Oh, and the IKV's just been taken out by the enemy Arty. But ExemeXe gets the Hellcat, 149 hit points. And he's got company, because there's the AT-15. Now the SU-100 has just taken out the Hellcat. And the IS-3 is moving in on this position. It probably would be advisable for him to get over the other side again. It's just 3 Arty and a tank destroyer, the AT-15, against 3 Arty, a tank destroyer, and a heavy. There's the tank destroyer, the SU-100. It's going to sit behind those bushes, but pointing in the opposite direction. No, yep, the SU-100 didn't last very long against that AT-15. But that just leaves the IS-3, and the last sighting of him was he was coming up. Yeah, he's out the city, and now he's facing off against the AT-15. And of course, he'll be spotting for the enemy Arty. So that AT-15 is about to come under a lot of pressure. So with help, if he get a shot in, and he does! He kills the IS-3. 135 hit points. That's a great shot. That's been a huge help. Now it's just them versus the 3 enemy Arty. An M40, an M12 and a Hummel. ExemeXe's motoring in the opposite direction. He's got a fast Arty. The Lorraine's a fast one as well. He's coming south. GW Panther's staying where he is. And the AT-15 is trundling along as fast as his tank, his anti-tank tank destroyer will carry him. Now the AMX 13F3 is pretty good at shotgun. It's low, so it makes it difficult for the enemy to aim at it, because they normally overshoot if they get it wrong, and then you just trundle up and shoot them right in the face. There's the one of the enemy Arty, and there's the other one. Okay, he's been spotted. He's going sideways to force them to miss on the shots. They have missed the Lorraine. They both fired. They're both reloading. But he can now drive in and hit them directly because they can't fire back. They are reloading. Just drive straight in. Just drive straight up to them and shoot them in the side. And he does. Great shot. That just leaves one left. Now whilst he's reloading, keep motoring, keep turning. Make it difficult for the enemy to watch you. He's been requested to platoon with the Lorraine. and they have platooned. So that's a brothers in arms, because they've both got more than 3, and they reckon that the enemy Arty must be in the north, in the west. So they're headed west. If he is there, there's a chance. Of course, there's a possibility he's motored north as, well, there's a round coming in there. There's a possibility that he's motored north as they motored south. Yeah, I think ExemeXe he's in other minds. I think he's now thinking that the last enemy, the M12, is not in the north. That he's actually in the southeast corner. Or is he going to cap? No, he's decided to cap. Safe option. He's not concerned about the M12. What he is concerned about is making sure that they do complete the cap within the game time. There's the M12. Okay, now you can put a shot onto that M12. He's marked it, runs out. And he kills it! So he kills it and he gets some capture points. On top of that, let's have a look at the end of battle stats. That was quite exciting. And it's an ace tanker for ExemeXe in the AMX 13 F3AM. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 11. He also picked up a fighter badge for getting 4 kills. And he got a Gore's medal because he caused damage exceeding 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. He got a brothers in arms when he platooned with the Lorraine. And he also got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle. At least 20% of the hit points of the enemy vehicles. Right, he came top on damage with 2,374. That's why he got the high caliber. And he came joint top with kills with the Lorraine with 4 kills each. And ExemeXe came top when it came to base XP of 1,153, and the reason for that is the Lorraine's a tier 7 and ExemeXe in the AMX is a tier 6. So every shot he fired at a tier 7 vehicle earned him more XP than the Lorraine. So let's have a look at the detail report. He fired 11 rounds, only 11, tiny amount, 6 direct hits, 6 penetration, 5 splash, damage of 2,374, of which 2,074 were more than 300 meters. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle. He damaged and destroyed, damaged 8, destroyed 4. He also did stun assistance of 650 hit points and caused 7 stuns. He also got 39 capture points while he was sitting in the cap and firing at the M12. On a premium count, he earned 53,139 credits. After ammunition resupply, he took away 42,139 credits. That's a decent score. Again, mostly because he was hitting higher tier vehicles. He received 1,730 experience points, and it was ×2 for the first victory of the day, so he took away 3,460 experience points in total. So great battle there, ExemeXe, and thank you very much indeed for submitting this replay. I know you actually submitted it because you saw our video channel on YouTube and you decided to send in this replay so that it could be featured. So thank you for doing that, and it has now been featured in a video. If you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.